Today I'm going to be doing a full in-depth review of this beautiful 2018 Jaguar XF Sportbrake. I'm going to talk about the powertrain, the performance specs, the exterior and the interior features and accessories, and then we're going to take it out for a very quick drive and decide if it can compete against other cars in its segment. So let's get right into the review. Now, if you're buying an XF Sedan, you get a ton of different engine options, but with the Sportbrake, you only get a 3-liter supercharged V6 engine that's also found in the Jaguar F-Type sports car. It puts out 380 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. So I bet it has some really fantastic driving dynamics to it and is a lot of fun as well as being pretty practical. As far as performance goes, I seriously doubt anyone will be taking their XF Sportbrake onto the track, but it's still a lot of fun. 0 to 60 is in 5.3 seconds, and it has a top speed of 121 miles per hour, which is perfectly fine if you're just looking to tear up some back roads. Also, you get a combined 21 mpg, so like I said, it's a pretty practical car. As far as suspension goes, the XF Sportbrake has an aluminum setup with the suspension with electronically adaptive dampers that can change depending on terrain and how you want to drive your car. It also comes with double wishbone front suspension and integral link rear suspension. Also, something interesting to note is that it has a self-leveling air suspension system, so that if you're putting a lot of heavy things in the back of the car, it does have a hatchback, then the suspension will level out to keep that ride height at the same height all the time. Now, before we hop into the beautiful interior of this XF Sportbrake, I'd like to really quickly show you guys around the elegantly crafted exterior with all its smooth, flowing lines and specific Jaguar parts on it. That gives it a really cool, sleek, and beautiful look to it. First of all, I'd like to mention the proportions on this car. You've got a really long, low, sloping hood that kind of leads around to the side where you've got that fantastic hatchback. It kind of doesn't interrupt anything on the car. It's not jagged anywhere. It's just very, very smooth and flowing and looks fantastic out on the road. Up front, of course, you have these beautiful LED Jaguar J-Blade headlights, which give the car a really aggressive look up front. Unfortunately, something I don't like about the front of the car is this grille up here. Now, of course, you get this grille on all Jaguars. It's kind of their unique touch that kind of sets their brand apart from everyone else, makes their cars instantly recognizable. But what I don't like about this grille specifically is the badge on it. It's kind of got this plaque around it that I guess is kind of designed to look like it goes with the mesh in the grille, but is a little bit interrupts the flowing lines on the car, and I'm sure it messes with the aerodynamics a lot. So I wish in future models they could remove that plastic bit around the badge and just leave the badge there. Maybe make it attach a little bit better, something like that. I don't know if that could be fixed. That would definitely make the car look a lot better in my opinion. Most people might not notice it, but it really stands out to me. Moving on to the side of the car, normally you would get 19 or 21-inch rims as available, but you can see this one has been swapped out with aftermarket rims. They're black, looks like 5 or 6 spokes, makes it look a lot sleeker. Also on the side that makes this car a lot sleeker than most XF Sportbrakes would be is this blacked out side grille here. Now normally that would be in chrome, but here we see it's black, and that just makes it a lot smoother in my opinion. And finally in the back, you have full LED taillights that are kind of similar to the Jaguar F-Type and a lot of other cars in their lineup. A little bit of a spoiler to keep aerodynamics a little bit better, and dual exhaust tips. Overall, it's a fantastic looking car, one of the best looking Jaguars in my opinion. But now let's hop into the interior. Now, moving on to the interior of the XF Sportbrake, immediately apparent to me is that it's a very elegant, very smooth design, very classic Jaguar. You don't have a ton of buttons everywhere. It's not chaos like some cars I review are. It's all laid out very intuitively, very smoothly, and I definitely like that in a car. And all the materials are high quality like you expect from this brand, from Jaguar, and from this price point. You've got nice leather wrapped steering wheel here, leather seats, and available carbon fiber or wood accents. In this car, we have the carbon fiber accents, but something I really don't like about the accents is that they're kind of contrasting. So you've got carbon fiber here on the center stack area and on the doors, but you get some sort of plasticky hexagonal pattern on the dashboard. And I wish they had it all carbon fiber or all this plasticky thing just to make it, you know, flow a little bit more, make it all fit in the car, not where you're contrasting between different accents all over the place and it doesn't look as high quality. The car comes standard with an 8-inch infotainment screen. I believe it is, yes, it is touchscreen, or you can opt to have a 10.2-inch screen put in. Also, you get a 12.3-inch TFT digital gauge cluster here in this car, which is a very, very nice touch. A lot of technology in this car. As you can see, the gear selector here actually pops up out of the center stack area here in between the carbon fiber when you turn the car on. So when the car's off, it sits flush with this area, and when you turn it on, this button pops out and you're allowed to select your gear then just like that, which is very, very cool. I know Jaguar does a lot of moving parts in their car, like with the F-Type, they have the infotainment screen coming out of the dashboard when you turn the car on. That's something that to me makes the car very, very cool. Also in this car, you get a push button start, ambient lighting with 10 different colors, an available Meridian 16 speaker sound system, and 31.7 cubic feet of cargo space. With the seats up, with them down, I believe you get almost 70 cubic feet. So it's a very practical car as well as being sporty. Moving back to the technology side of this car, you have 4 drive modes: standard, dynamic, eco, and then kind of a rain, ice, snow for low traction situations. Also for low traction situations is the all surface progress control, which is a low speed cruise control used in low grip situations like when the road is wet or snowy, and comes in a lot of Jaguars. But now I think it's time we take this thing out on a quick spin. Alright guys, now for the time you have all been waiting for, when I take the Jaguar XF Sportbrake on a quick spin. We are in dynamic mode, should be pretty fun. There we go, a little acceleration. I think we hit 11 miles per hour there, guys. That is impressive. Steering is very loose. And I'm surprised there's not a lot of feeling to it, and the suspension is very soft. I am in dynamic mode here. 380 horsepower, it doesn't feel like it's right there. But again, I am at low speeds. Okay, forget what I just said about it not being fast. I guess I'm stepping on it too lightly here. You give it the slightest amount of pressure and it takes off, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I like this car. Don't tell me the GoPro's died. Alright guys, so there you have my full review of this beautiful 2018 Jaguar XF Sportbrake. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, comment below, and head over to my channel because I've got a ton of exotic supercar and hypercar reviews up. So subscribe, and thanks for watching. Huge shout out to Crown Jaguar here in St. Petersburg, Florida for letting me do this. I'll put a link to their inventory below.